Hey, good afternoon. So part of this video blog is just bringing awareness to the masses. I'm talking like the 12 to 15 people that watch my videos. So thank you. Thank you for watching. Really, it is just about bringing awareness, and whether it's to one person or 100,000, it doesn't really matter. There's two things that I wanted to chat about quickly. So one is that this is crazy. The International Monetary Fund on their blog just posted something about possibly trying to tie your credit score to your internet browser history. Now, a lot of this stuff sounds so out there that you're like, no, this can never happen. But it is happening. It's happening in China right now. And many things that happen in other countries are just a test run to see what we do here. So that is just the precursor to social credit scores. They're doing social credit scores in other countries right now, meaning that if the government doesn't like how you are behaving in society on their subjective scale, that they can somehow punish you in certain ways. Now, whether that's that they've tied you to a stimulus and you get less stimulus, or that you pay more taxes, or that you have to pay more for public transportation, or you have to pay more for public utilities. It's crazy, just crazy, but it's happening. So that's something to think about, something to bring awareness to. The other one is that Janet Yellen, she's the nominee for Treasury Secretary. She said that she's looking, or she is open to looking at taxing unrealized capital gains, meaning they can tax something that doesn't even exist, which is just crazy. Now, I was talking with a friend of mine who's really smart, and he said that this is actually something that's been going on for many, many years. They say these things. She's not the first one to say it. But what he brought up, and like I said, he's a smart guy, he said they'll bring these things up knowing that the American people won't go for it, and that it's a logistical nightmare. But in doing so, we compromise. And when we compromise, we still aren't going in a good direction. You know, that would be like saying, well, I guess this would be like the National Firearms Act. I forgot the year. Early 1900s. Dang it. I hate when I forget years. But the National Firearms Act. I always get those mixed up with when the Fed was created. But early 1900s, there was a compromise. They're like, hey, we're going to ban all guns because guns are used by mobsters. And then we're like, whoa, we can't get rid of all guns. That's crazy. And they're like, okay, we won't get rid of all guns. We'll just get rid of automatics and short-barreled rifles and short-barreled shotguns and silencers and a handful of other things. And we're like, okay, cool. Great compromise. No, it's not a great compromise. We compromised on the Second Amendment. We compromised on our right to defend ourselves and our family. That's not good. Compromise isn't good in that regard. So, same here. It's not good. They say, oh, we can tax you on something that doesn't exist. You make a good real estate deal, and let's say it goes up by 100%, and you're like, hey, that's awesome. I could potentially make 100% on this real estate deal. And then what happens after they tax you? The market crashes. So you were taxed on something that never actually happened. That's scary. But they'll compromise, so it's all good. No, it's not good. Just a reminder, like in every single video, they work for us. We the people, run the country. It is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. They are your representative, not your leader. So when they make these crazy, outlandish policies and laws, we stand up and say no. And we stand up and say no before it happens. That's the problem, is a lot of times we let this stuff through because we don't have awareness of what's going on. And then we go, whoa, 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 we can't do that. Well, then it's too late. It's too late. We have to stand up and say no now. Maybe we should start like a say no newsletter or something that like people can forward on to their representatives. And I'm going to think about that. That's a good idea. I think it's a good idea. I know. I just have to process. Okay. But anyways, those two things. Social credit scores are incredibly scary. And since we now have an administration that is going to rely on the IMF completely, and they're perfectly fine with runaway spending, this is actually a great way, if I was thinking like they were, in order to control that money supply that is about to be infinite. And number two, don't let crap like taxation of something that doesn't even exist happen. Say no, stand up, and America's awesome. We just have to make sure that it stays awesome. Freedom.